Hello, everyone. Thank you for attending. This is our second 501st Combat Support Wing Virtual Resilience Town Hall. We have some new faces compared to our last town hall, and I would just like to thank you for your time and for the information that you're going to bring to the base audience here in this town hall. My name is Technical Sergeant Aaron Thomason. I will be acting as the moderator for this town hall, so I will be asking everyone to sort of provide us their information. And again, filling in case there are any questions or anything like that. Otherwise, I really look forward to everything that everyone has to say, and I'm going to hand things over to Colonel Wendt, who is going to introduce everyone.
Hey, thanks, Aaron, once again. Thank you and welcome to everybody who's watching, whenever that might be. And thanks especially to this new panel of helping agencies and support resources for taking time to share some information with us here at the team. Over the past few weeks and months, we have seen incredible resiliency across our 501st Combat Support Wing community. It's amazing. I've said it a couple times, and I would say it again. Crisis brings out the best in people, and I've seen so much of that across the wing. And I'm really proud to be a part of this team, and I say thank you to the whole wing for that. We said last time, a couple weeks ago, there were just too many helping agencies and too many support resources to get them all on one screen. And so, back by popular demand, this is our second resilience fair now that we're doing virtually. And as Aaron mentioned up front, we have a whole new panel of helping agencies and support resources. I'd like to go around real quickly and introduce them, and then we'll get right into it. So as we go around, I am here as well as our Airman Dormitory leader from right here at RAF Alconbury, Tech Sergeant Tyler Whaley. From the Comptroller to talk about financial matters with us, Lieutenant Colonel Swapp. We have our Wing Sexual Assault Response Coordinator, Lieutenant V. Our Red Cross UK representative, thanks for joining us, Ms. Lisa Enyeart. From the Airman and Family Readiness Center, our Community Readiness Consultant, Ms. Angela Spatz. And our Health Promotions Coordinator for the Wing, Ms. Carlina Moreland. So thank you again for the whole panel joining us today. Aaron, back to you. Let's get started.
All right, thank you very much, sir. I'm really looking forward to everything that we're going to find out today. So we're going to start out with our first speaker, and that is going to be Technical Sergeant Whaley, our Airman Dormitory leader here at RAF Alconbury.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Like I said, I'm Tech Sergeant Whaley, the Airman Dormitory leader here for RAF Alconbury and RAF Molesworth. Just to let you guys know, I'm still working. I'm in Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, my normal hours. I am teleworking on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but that does not mean that I'm not available. So if you got any issues at all on any of those days, please feel free to contact me. You can call me on my DSN, it'll push over, or you can call me direct on my dormitory cell phone. I also have the dorm Facebook page. Most of you guys are already on it. Please feel free to look it up. It's Alconbury Dorms. I use it to kind of push information out to you guys a little bit quicker rather than relying on just your government emails. We will be having another dorm dinner next week on Tuesday. It'll be a Cinco de Mayo kind of theme. So from 17:30 to 18:30, come out to the bowling alley. FSS, the chaplain, top three, they're going to all be out there. They're going to have a stand set up where they're going to give out some burritos, some nachos, different things like that. So again, that's going to be next Tuesday on the 5th, 17:30 to 18:30. It'll be just like the one we did this past month with the Domino's. You just come up, get one, maybe say hi real quick, and then you take it back to your rooms. Again, if you need anything at all, please feel free to reach out. I'm still here at all times. I've got the support of all the other agencies, the first sergeants, anybody you need. So please feel free to reach out to me with anything you need. Thank you. So back to you, Sergeant Thompson.
All right, thank you. Really appreciate that, Sergeant Whaley, and we really appreciate everything that you're doing for our airmen who are in the dorms right now. So coming up next, we have Lieutenant Colonel Lyle Swapp, our 501st Combat Support Wing Comptroller. So Colonel Swapp, the floor is yours.
Thank you. We really appreciate it. Hello, Pathfinders and mission support personnel and all of those awesome family members that actually provide the support that all of us need to continue on the mission of the Combat Support Wing. I'm the Comptroller and the Bank Liaison Officer for the 501st Combat Support Wing, and it's a pleasure always to be here to serve you with the awesome team that we have here in financial management. First, I want to tell you that we are still open for your financial needs, both in travel, in PCS, and also in your meal pay, which I know can be kind of stressing in this kind of environment. We're open for appointments. If you need to get an appointment with us, we have provided a Sign Up Genius link in the 501st app on all of your phones. If you have that, I would encourage you to get that downloaded if possible. But you can also call us. We answer the phones every day, all day long, and we're ready to provide the support that you need to answer your financial questions. We do allow you to come into our office, but we ask that you wear a mask when you come in here because we can't guarantee that 6-foot separation, because we would like to really get up close and personal to make sure that your financial concerns are taken care of. I want to talk about just 4 really quick common questions that we're getting from members when they come into our office or call us. First, what are kind of entitlements are authorized for those that are waiting transportation? Well, the basic question is, it all depends on the situation. So you really need to come into the office or call us to make sure that you understand the full ramifications of what happens when you're in a waiting transportation. But if you are waiting to leave, you should be maintaining your TLA status. If you're not in a house and your household goods have been picked up, you should be in that TLA status. If you're in your house, try to stay in there as long as possible, and we'll continue on with those entitlements that you're authorized in that kind of situation. TLA extensions, we always get that question. You need to work with your family housing office to make sure that you're working through those TLA extensions as we wait for these travel restrictions to lift. And we also have a lot of questions about reimbursement for any kind of canceled leave. Unfortunately, we don't typically allow for reimbursement of canceled leave unless there was a cost to the member while they were away on leave and they were recalled back. When they're recalled back, we pay for the incremental cost of that recall for the member to come back from leave. Otherwise, the leave is the member's concern. So those are common questions that I have, and I just want to let you know that we're here to make sure we provide the support that you need for the financial concerns that you have. Now, as the bank liaison officer, I'm also the person responsible to ensuring that we have proper banking capabilities on the base. And if there's any concerns, I'm the one that has to kind of work with those. The first thing I want to tell you is both of the banks on the base on all the installations are open and ready and performing their business the way that they need to. They do encourage appointment only, and you can sign up for those appointments on the website links that we will provide as part of this particular town hall meeting that we're having right now. I would encourage you to use those links to set up appointments if you need to, but also they have a lot of information on those websites that can answer a lot of your questions. You can also use the ATMs on locations to do things even like deposit your money if you need to. So you don't have to come into the actual lobby to do those types of transactions. Now, if there are transactions that you need to do in the lobby, by all means, come into the lobby, but make sure you make that appointment first and come in with your mask and follow the rules that we have for low manning levels in the lobbies to make sure we maintain that social distancing or that physical distancing that we need to have in the lobbies. They are also offering a wide range of services of debt help and assistance and payment help and assistance for those that have those kinds of concerns. So I would encourage you to make sure that you look at their websites because they have a lot of information that's available to you. So there you have it for the Comptroller and FM update. Again, we're here to serve you, and we're excited to maintain our capability to serve you. If you have any questions, just let us know. Look for the links that I referenced here that are coming out here soon with this meeting. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for that, Colonel Swapp. We really appreciate it. I'm sure everyone is really happy that you guys are here to make sure that any pay issues are resolved and things like that, you know. So coming up next, we have our 501 Combat Support Wing Sexual Assault Response Coordinator who will be speaking, and that is First Lieutenant V.
All right, good afternoon, 501st Combat Support Wing community. My name is Lieutenant Antony Vorobyov. I'm the SARC here at the 501st Combat Support Wing. Really, I just wanted to start that I find it amazing to see how much our community has come together to hold each other up during this crisis, and the efforts of everyone in reducing the spread of COVID-19 as well as supporting their neighbors has been absolutely amazing, which is kind of what I want to talk about today. I'll begin by saying that the Sapper office is here at the Virtual Resiliency Fair to keep the community support going. So our office provides confidential reporting options 24/7, 365 days a year. And we continue to provide the same level of support to victims of sexual assault during the pandemic. Now, while we are not licensed counselors, we do provide confidential communication for military, DoD civilians, and dependents 18 years and older when facilitating advice, support, or advocacy. Someone can contact us via email or a hotline 24/7 phone if they need to talk to a victim advocate. If we cannot meet with the clients face-to-face to take a restricted or an unrestricted report, we have options to take those reports telephonically during COVID-19. Communications with the SARC or the victim advocate are protected and confidential unless certain exceptions apply. If you have any questions about those exceptions, again, please feel free to contact us. We would love to talk to you guys about that as well. So, the restricted reporting option allows sexual assault victims to confidentially disclose the assault to the SARC or the victim advocate without triggering an official investigation or command involvement, while the unrestricted reporting option initiates victim support. However, law enforcement investigation, command support are also initiated. Again, if you have any questions regarding either of those two reporting options, please feel free to contact me or one of my volunteer victim advocates. Additionally, as we work to support our own and others' resiliency during this pandemic, we really should take some time to consider how our communication is affecting those around us. Social connectedness and caring connections are super critical right now. Whether through phone calls, virtual meetups, texts, or sending and posting messages via social media platforms, we encourage everyone to be able to talk openly and candidly about how they're doing. It's okay to admit to yourself and others that you're not doing okay, or that you are bored, or that you are anxious or lonely. We should be sharing words of support. We need to listen without judgment. And if needed, be connecting with those resources, such as the SARC or the chaplain or any other the support agencies for help. It's the only way that we will get through this. And the only way that we're going to get through this is with each other. So if anyone needs to get a hold of a victim advocate or has any questions regarding Sapper or reporting options or anything else I covered today, please feel free to call us or text us on our 24/7 hotline number, or feel free to email myself or our full-time victim advocate, Miss Horton. And you can get those numbers as well as any contact information just by going on the 501st Combat Support Wing website or on the app. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Lieutenant V. We really appreciate that. Thank you for looking out for the health and safety of 501st Combat Support Wing personnel and dependents. And the next person in line, also a health and safety topic, is our Red Cross UK representative, and that is Miss Elizabeth Enyeart.
Hello, everyone. Well, thank you for having me, of course. First of all, I'm very excited to be talking to you today about all of the things that Red Cross has to offer. Some of those things may look a little bit different, of course, in the current environment, but just know that our services haven't changed. We're still offering, of course, emergency communication messages. If you do have an emergency back home with a family member, that has not changed in any way. You can still call our office, which is available 24 hours a day. If I or my staff are not there, we do have that linked to our 24-hour call center, so you will always get Red Cross message assistance, and that DSN is 226-1855. You can also download our Hero Care app. It's free on all devices, and you can start your Red Cross message via the app as well. The process is exactly the same. There's nothing different there. And just know for emergency messages and emergency leave, of course, the Red Cross is not the approving authority. That still goes through your chain of command as always, and they will make the final decisions and work with you on what your options may or may not be there. And then also know our financial assistance abilities have not changed. We still work on behalf of the aid societies to provide you with financial resources, whether it's for emergency leave or travel, or whether it's for some other emergency. And if there are other emergencies that you're experiencing, we do have some other avenues outside of the aid societies that we may be able to link you up with. And those will be situationally dependent. And so we'll talk to you about that and try to get you to the right resources to potentially help with that. In addition, of course, in terms of resiliency, hopefully you all know that we do offer resiliency programs. One of them is called our Reconnection Workshops. And these are skill-based workshops that are run by licensed mental health professionals. And we have actually developed one specifically for COVID-19 that is a virtual model that we're offering. These are free for everyone to take. And for our virtual model, we actually have one this Saturday that's scheduled for anyone throughout Europe that wishes to join. If you're interested, they only take about an hour or so, and basically we're just helping you to deal with some of those stressors in your life and sort of build your toolkit, as it were. And like I said, registration is free. If you go to our Facebook page, which is just American Red Cross UK, you can find the link to register yourself. And the next session, like I mentioned, is on Saturday, the 2nd of May. It's at 1300. So I highly encourage you all to be on the lookout if you can't make that one for future ones, as we'll have those scheduled coming forward in the next weeks. And they are small group sessions, so you don't have to worry about there being thousands of people on there. It's limited to about 20 folks or so per session. In addition to that, you may be familiar with our Read to Dogs program. It is our Pets and Warriors Pause program, and you may have seen our latest superstar, Rio. On Facebook. We had him live about, or had her live about 2 weeks ago. And you'll be happy to know she's back by popular demand this Saturday as well. So on Saturday, also at 1300, we're gonna have Rio read into y'all again. And I'm looking forward myself to seeing what books we pick out for that. But we know that she's been super popular. If you're interested, we actually are also setting up private sessions where you can have your youth read to Rio via Zoom. So we're alternating every other week. Rio's reading to you all. And then in that in-between week, you're actually going to read to Rio. And so we can set that up. That's of course free of charge. You just have to contact us to let us know, and you'll see that also published on our Facebook, along with all of the information on how to get yourself registered. And then the last thing I wanted to talk to you about are volunteer opportunities. So right now, of course, we're limited in what we can do in person in a lot of locations. However, we have quite a few virtual volunteer opportunities. So if you're still looking to give back to the community, we do have options available to you. And that's everything from helping us with our emergency communication messages to doing things like our Read to Rio program, helping do other skill-based activities and sort of fun things that we're hosting. So if you're interested, please let us know. We're always looking for help. And of course, it's a good way to sort of pass the time and to learn some new skills and to do some new things while we're all sort of hunkered down. And then once we open back up, of course, we'll translate some of those back into our in-person programs, but some of them may remain virtual if that's the preference of our volunteers. We like to be very flexible. And then the one thing that we have had a lot of questions about are our CPR classes. So we currently have paused them, and we are looking to see what it is going to look like for us to be able to reopen them safely, to abide by all physical distancing, and of course, just safety procedures and precautions, because there are a lot of hands-on activities within all of our classes. So just know that is something that we're looking at. We do not have a timeline for that right now. We're hoping that we'll have something later into the summer for that, for us to actually be able to offer those safely throughout the community. And that includes there at Alconbury and also Croton. And so in the meantime, if you are interested or wanting to gain some additional skills, we do offer some online versions. They don't come with all of the full certifications necessarily that you would with the hands-on portion, especially for our CPR first aid. But we do have an online babysitter's course as well as a pet first aid and CPR course. So if you have furry friends, I highly recommend you take that class actually, because we teach you all the things you need to know about how to save your pet if there is an emergency at home. And all of that information, once again, can be found on our Facebook page, and we have links to all of that appropriate registration portal. And then, like I said, if you have any questions, please give us a call. You can also shoot us a Facebook message. We're monitoring that well into the evenings, and we're pretty good about getting back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much for your time, and if you have any questions or if there's anything your Red Cross can do for you, please just let my staff know.
All right. Thank you very much, ma'am. We really appreciate your time. And I think most importantly, thanks for telling us about watching a dog read, or is it they read to the dog?
Well, it's both. So Rio reads, reads, I guess. And then we actually have set it up so you can read to Rio as well. And you get a certificate if you do the read to Rio. So if you do our Zoom classes, we send you out a certificate that Rio actually signs, if you believe it or not.
Ah, fantastic. I'm really looking forward to that. Thank you very much for telling us about that and all of the other also incredibly important information that you shared. So after you, we have our Airman and Family Readiness Center Community Readiness Consultant, Miss Angela Spatz. So welcome to the Town Hall, Miss Spatz.
Well, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here. Again, my name is Angela Spatz. I'm with the Airman and Family Readiness Center, the Community Readiness Consultant here. And I just wanted to piggyback on exactly, Lisa brought up something very important, working with the aid societies. If there's a financial emergency, that's what we do too. We're working hand in hand with Navy Marine Corps Relief Society, Coast Guard, Army, all those programs, we work hand in hand with them. And what we have to remember, the intent of the financial assistance is to help in an emergency situation. So something to think about is maybe more like, what do I need to do to always be prepared? And this might be a great time for you to look at where your money is and what's going to work for you. What kind of spending plan can we work here? What's going on with your TSP? If you've looked at your TSP, maybe the market has changed a little bit. So how can you do some investing? What's available? Both here at Airman and Family Readiness Center, at Alconbury and at Crown, we do have financial consultants that will do Zoom classes with you. They will do those telephone interviews with you and really see where your money is going. So how you can pay yourself first. This might be a great time to do that because we are at home, we're not traveling, obviously. So, hey, let's think ahead. Where's our next place going to be? Recently, one of our key spouses put, where's the first place you want to visit? And I really thought for a minute, is it going to be Lake and Heath so I could get some gas for my grill? I don't know, but really having a plan, a goal on what's the next step when we do have that time where we can travel and what we can do with that. That's exactly what we're looking at. Where is our money going to go and how we can do it? Come, give us a call, look us up. We're on the 501st page. We will make those appointments with you and see what's going on. Like I said, Crown and Alconbury Airman and Family Readiness Center, we're both there for that as well. Also, I just wanted to share a big thing that's happening is sponsorship. Don't forget, people are still coming in. Eventually they will get here. This is when the anxiety levels could be even worse. So really working with the person that's coming in, really helping them understand what's happening here and helping them be prepared to get here financially, mentally, all those things. That is where you can really have the first taste. They have the first taste of the 501st is with you. So going above and beyond and giving them the warmest welcome possible. Also, in regards to resiliency, our military family life consultants are here. They're doing the telephone, Zoom calls. On the link after this, we will have the phone numbers, we'll have emails. They're available, Crown and here at Alconbury Molesworth. So please don't be afraid to utilize them. That's what they're there for. So on another note, we have to do something a little fun because we are Airman and Family Readiness Center. So I was overseas, we were back stateside with my 8.5-month-old when all this hit. And we were afraid that we weren't going to even get back to the UK. And we did get back. And we were in self-quarantine for 2 weeks. And when we talk about how people really come together, well, of course, my coworkers, my friends, people were dropping off food. We couldn't go anywhere. We couldn't even get formula for our daughter. So it was a very stressful time. And we were home, the day we got home, we got a bag full of food and somebody dropped it off. And in that, my coworker made me this. I don't know if you see this little guy, but he's called a worry monster. And the great thing about this, now mine is at home, so this is hers. Mine's a little more fancy, I'm just saying. But the great thing about this, he has a little hole right here. And this might be a great craft to do with your children. And when things get a little crazy or people are fretting or a little worried, you can put your worry in here. I will tell you, I have a little worry in here that my mom won't be able to fly out for my daughter's first birthday. I wrote it on here. It's a secret, but not anymore. And you just put it in there and he gobbles it up. Now, if your kids can write and do that, you don't have to see it, but when they go to bed, maybe you can sneak out and see what they're really worried about, or you can do it together. So just a little box, something like that, put it in a bag. You could write worry monster. And in fact, maybe I'm going to have a little talk about Rio and see if he can read the book, The Very Hungry Worry Monsters. We did this with our deployed children. Just might be something tangible so people can see it. The kids can do something fun just to talk about that worry, because sometimes the fret does get a little overwhelming and kids feel it too. So that's it for now. So thank you again. It was great to be here.
Hey, thank you very much. We really appreciate that. That's a really unique and cute idea. Thank you so much for thinking about, our children and our dependents and our 501st Combat Support Wing family overall. We really appreciate it. So coming up next, we have our Health Promotions Coordinator, and that is Miss Carlina Moreland. Miss Moreland, the floor is yours.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. I am your Wing Health Promotions Coordinator. Don't worry, I'm not sad to be here. Many of you are probably teleworking or staying at home with your kids like I am. This is actually a workplace injury. I got poked in the eye by my toddler. So I apologize if I look a little sad, but I'm not. I'm actually happy to be here with you guys. I hope that you guys are staying healthy and staying resilient during this time. I just wanted to come and share just a few things that I'm doing with health promotions, that if you aren't already tuning in, that you feel free to tune in and know that I'm here for you. One of the important things that I know many people have touched on briefly as I've been watching their resiliency talks is what you eat. So at this time, while we're home, hopefully we're resisting the temptation to just veg out on the couch, eat junk food, and be mindful that what we eat also affects how we feel. So some of the things that you can do to make sure that you, one, stay healthy, so if you were to become ill, that your body would naturally help you overcome that, are things that are high in what I call ACE. Vitamins A, C, and E, as well as zinc. And so on the Health Promotions Facebook page, I'll be putting up a few ideas of things that you can cook, snacks that you can eat, snacks for the children that are high in those vitamins and zinc as well. In the meantime, I am currently doing a virtual Couch to 5K that will be coming to an end this week, but we'll be rolling into a brand new virtual Couch to 5K right after that to prepare for the hopefully upcoming 5K for the 1st of July that the fitness center is putting together. So if you're interested, hopefully this will be the time that we can get out and actually enjoy outside. And if you have never done a 5K before, this is perfect for you. If you have done a 5K and you're looking to improve your time, this is also a good program for you. I post the run days every other day, so it does factor in rest days. I am still doing my normal duties, even though I'm teleworking. So tobacco cessation, as we know, COVID does affect your respiratory system. So in order to give yourself a better chance, if you're thinking about quitting smoking tobacco, please reach out to your PCM. They can refer you over to me and I can assist you with that as well. And then I'm doing at-home workouts. So I'm giving ideas. Obviously, I'm not a licensed fitness person, but I'm giving you some ideas, and some people are tuning in, they're doing the ideas, the workouts, and they're just fun ideas that you can do at home. You can do outside in your driveway. I've seen some people that are just have community driveways and stuff. So if there's any ideas that you guys are missing, that you guys would like to see Health Promotions put on, just mention it on the Facebook page. You can send me an email, or you can give me a call. The phone is forwarded over, so I will receive all of those methods of communication. And that is all that I have. So hopefully we'll get back to normal, but in the meantime, stay healthy and stay resilient.
All right, thank you, ma'am, and thank you for that health advice. So that's all of our subject matter expert speakers in this virtual resilience town hall. And so I would just like to hand everything over to Colonel Wendt again for our closing remarks.
Hey, thanks, Aaron. Thanks again to all the panel members, to Tyler, Croc, Antony, Lisa, Angela, and Carlina. Thank you for taking time to be here. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to our community. Thanks for taking the time and energy to put into this. And thanks also to Aaron and our public affairs team for making this happen. Trust me, I do not have the technical know-how to put this together, but they do, and they make it look great, and I appreciate that. You know, I said a couple weeks ago, and I would just say it again, we will get through this together because we're in this together. And I can look across the entire wing, across our communities here in the United Kingdom, as well as Norway, and say, we are going to get through this together. We are in this together. Our Pathfinder community is strong. We are going to face challenges. There are going to be bumps in the road as we go forward here in the next few weeks and months, but I'm confident that we will get through it together. I would say, please keep using our official Wing information sources. Download the Wing app, use the web page and the Facebook page. That is good information. That's news you can use, and I would encourage you to look to that. There's going to be a lot of uncertainty ahead. As we step into the busy summer PCS cycle, there are going to be a lot of folks that face challenges. A lot of our families, a lot of our service members who are getting ready to move are going to have a lot of uncertainty. And if you heard Christina and I talk last week, we said, hey, right now we probably have more questions than we have answers. But know that our entire Wing team is working to help you. We are working to support all of our Pathfinder members who are getting ready to move. We don't have all the answers right now, but we're going to do the best we can to make it as smooth as possible. But I would ask for your continued patience as you've been doing. If you are suffering, please do not suffer in silence. We've just had another great cross-section of helping agencies and support resources. Please reach out if you need help. It's probably the biggest message that I can provide to our community, and our community being our service members, our family members, civilians, contractors, retirees. Doesn't matter who you are. If you need help, please do reach out to us. And thank you to our community for all that you're doing. Your performance has been magnificent, and I know going forward that we are going to do more great things. So Pathfinders, we will get through this together. We will continue to light the way. Thank you again for tuning in. Thank you for joining us today.
All right, thank you very much, sir. I just want to say on behalf of the base populace, thank you to everything that you do for us, and thank you to everyone at this virtual resilience town hall for supporting the health and well-being of all of us as 501st Combat Support Wing personnel. I also want to say thank you to everyone who mentioned the Wing app, so that I didn't necessarily have to belabor the point. I really appreciate that. The great thing about the Wing app is that there are push notifications. And so any information that Colonel Wendt and Wing leadership would like to get to you will go directly to you. You don't have to go hunting it down. So it's a really great opportunity to know everything that we need to know as members of the 501st Combat Support Wing. This recording will be available on our Wing Facebook page and also our YouTube as well. And we just want to remind anyone that if they have any questions, please ask them through your chain of command, or feel free to leave a comment on this Facebook post. And if you have any questions, please visit our 501 CSW COVID-19 webpage, follow our Facebook page, and again, download our app if you haven't already. All right, thank you, everyone. I really appreciate your time, as I'm sure the rest of the base populace does as well. Thank you, and have an excellent day.